So I just interviewed you guys for Divergent, which our audience loved, and I remember seeing the movie, and I was so pumped and ready for the interview. Last night made me more like, I think I might cry during this interview, so I was like, it was so good, it was incredible, but for the two movies, is there anything that they had in common that helped you play each of your roles so well?
Just the fact that we got to work together. I mean, they're kind of night and day different movies, you know, but the fact that we got to meet on Divergent was the biggest blessing because we were able to bring a sort of comfortability and a sort of knowing to this set that we wouldn't have had if we had just met.
And then I literally probably got thousands of tweets to ask this question, so I feel like I'll be executed if I don't ask it, but what was the difference for you guys playing siblings versus lovers in the two different movies?
I mean, they were completely different. In Divergent, you know, we were siblings, and this one we're boyfriend and girlfriend, and yeah, I mean, I guess, and we're gonna be siblings again in like 2.5 weeks when we start Insurgent, and it's the beauty of being an actor.
They're so different.
We're professional chameleons.
Oh yeah, I couldn't
kind of our job, right?
It was so good. I couldn't even tell. It was like, remember, they're siblings, and I was like, nope, they're so good. I don't even know that they're the same people. And then you said last night that Hazel Grace changed your life, and that even though she's a fictional character, she kind of is your role model. How so?
Hazel at age, how old is she in the book? 16 or 17?
16.
I always forget. 16? She, at 16 years old, understands that life is not about us. Like, it's not about ourselves. Or, you know, we all feel like in order to feel validated in the world, we need to have a partner, or we need to have somebody to constantly validate us, or constantly tell us how wonderful we are, or whatever. Like, and that's just sort of the narcissistic mindset that we have in today's society. And Hazel understands that that's not what it takes to lead a meaningful life. To lead a meaningful life is to be humble before acorns and to just be completely present in every moment and soak up and absorb moments, because those are the only things that are guaranteed.
Humble before acorns?
Yeah, I read it in a poem once and I thought it was so beautiful.
That's interesting. Like, because an acorn can grow to a tree.
Well, it can grow into a tree, but also, like, an acorn is just something that's small, you know? Like, if you can be humble, it's like being humble before anything.
And then if there's one message that you want the audience to really get from seeing the movie, what would it be?
I think the biggest message for me, and I hope that they get it, and I'm sure a lot of them have got it from the book, is that everyone is going to die at some point or another, no matter what. And due to that, time, you know, is limited no matter what. Even if you live to be 20 or you live to be 100, you're still only live for a very short amount of time. But in that short amount of time, you can find an infinity, and in that infinity, you should be so grateful and thankful and just enjoy whatever is present and whatever moments you have in front of you, and not worry about the future, because if you're only worried about the future and worry about what people are going to think and this and that, your time's going to be up before you know it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so
so
good.
much.
You got another amazing movie.
Oh, man, thank you.
What faction would you choose if you were in that situation?
I would choose Dauntless because I would love to be a warrior. I think the idea of running and jumping off trains is daunting. No pun intended, but also extremely exciting, you know.
I mean, I think I would be a Divergent, but
I've been saying Dauntless this whole time, but I'm starting to